Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Anxious at Bedtime.
Thank you for joining us. We are your co-hosts. My name is Monica.
I'm Cash,
I'm Nova.
and again, we're anxious at bedtime.
We're back, baby. Thank you for joining us again after we skipped a week. Man, what a week for us to skip. Holy cow.
Yes.
Very busy. A lot of wild shit happened. But we're back, and Cash has a wild story from this morning to tell us.
So, dig this, dude. On my drive to work this morning, I work like 45 minutes to an hour away from where I live. And I drove all the way there, no problem. Got out, went to take a walk around to check my facility, and looked down and realized I was still in my slides. I fucked around and found out I had to come home to get the right shoes because that's not appropriate at work. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so I drove my ass the 45 minutes back home, and as I was driving home at about 6:32 this morning, I know I looked at the time because it tripped me up. I looked out the window and there's just this flash of green light, just like on fire, heading straight toward the Earth. I don't know if it was a meteor, an alien, or what the fuck, but it was not a hallucination. I know that.
His boss was very quick to say it was an alien, so I think I'm running with that theory.
Immediately when I told my boss about it, like I didn't go to my boss and be like, "Hey, boss," and nothing like that. He was there to do a little tour, and I was like, "Hey, man, check it out." And I told him about it, and he said, "Probably an alien." I was like, "No." So this is what I saw, and he's like, "Yep, alien," and he walked away from me, like, "No, it for sure was an alien." So maybe he saw the same shit.
Where he sees it all the time.
That's wild.
But isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
It was, dude. I've never seen shit like that in my life. Like I've seen pictures. I mean, that don't mean I've seen pictures and I've seen videos on the internet of people seeing like shit entering Earth's atmosphere like that. But it didn't look like the shit I saw on the internet, for one. And for two, I never saw no shit like that in my life. Not in real life. Nah, that was cool.
I'm so jealous.
And for a brief moment, somebody may or may not have thought, possibly hoped, there was an alien invasion happening. And they were just heading home at the right time to be with their wife to check this shit out. But, you know, I still don't know what it was. Wasn't aliens, though.
It might have been just not an alien invasion.
Yeah, not the invasion at least. They're like, hey guys, remember when we you raided Area 51? Now we're raiding you.
We didn't raid, we just attended. We didn't even attend the raid,
We did it on our own accord, I know.
kind of. Anyway, that's not a story for right
A
now.
random fucking Tuesday.
The aliens were just doing a food run.
They're checking in on us. They're like, hey dog, it's been a little over a year since you guys stopped by. Like, what's up, player?
That'd be fun. What do we have near us that's weird? Like, I was gonna say, I don't know. Like they're coming down for In and Out or something. But his experience today kind of has me wondering if we live in a place that has a lot of alien encounters because a few weeks ago I also saw something really weird in the sky and I've never seen anything like that before or experienced anything like that. I think I have a picture of it. I don't remember if I actually got one or not. If I can find it, I'll post it.
And during that encounter, I may have been asleep.
No, you were driving, so hopefully not.
I was probably asleep then.
Do we have any other news to discuss today?
I got nothing other than almost being abducted by aliens.
I think ditto though, too. I don't really think I have anything.
Besides being abducted by aliens?
Hey, almost.
What if you were abducted?
I would have asked if I get a phone call. I've been to jail. I know how that shit works.
That's why he thinks he was sleeping.
And you still had to go to work after?
Bro, if I had to go to work after, I would definitely sneak a video on that UFO or wherever the fuck they took me. So I could be like, look, guys, I'm definitely calling in for the rest of the day after I show you this.
Yeah.
And probably for a while because the government's going to Sadisky take me.
Yeah, they probably would. But hot topic,
They'd probably take me too. That's fucked up.
no, if you were given the opportunity by aliens, like they came down when you were driving out by yourself somewhere and gave you the opportunity to choose, do you want to be abducted and go up to our UFO or not be abducted and forget this ever happened? Would you go?
Would I have the option to come back?
Good questions. And is it a no probe zone?
I wouldn't mind that. No, I'm kidding.
I absolutely would. So yeah, that would be my first question. Like, what kind of deal are we doing up here?
Yeah. I can't lie. I'm kind of with Nova on that. If they could make me forget that I was probed, I think but still be able to remember going to the UFO, I think I'd be like, all right, let's go.
If I could come back and they won't hurt me, I really don't mind.
Yeah, if I
This is not about the probing and all that. No, this you want it to happen.
no,
You
I
would
want to see a UFO. I want to see the
But you
inside.
want to remember.
No, that's why I said if you can guarantee that I remember going to the UFO, but I forget being probed.
Yeah, you'd remember getting to the UFO. You'd be like, ooh, and then all of a sudden you'd be like, oh shit, that was a museum or a fucking wild park or
No,
no.
wild park.
Yeah, calm down. I was thinking amusement park, but I got my
Mm.
words wrong because I'm not smart.
If alien anal is what it takes, I think I could make that sacrifice.
I'd be like, can I tag in can I phone a friend? I know the perfect one. Her name's Nova.
Yeah, no, I'm team probe.
I'm team. I need to ask what this all entails. You know me. You try to get me to go to the fucking grocery store. I'm like, hold on. What are we getting? What are we doing there?
It's
I
true.
need a detailed list. Do I follow that list? Fuck no.
No.
But I need to kind of know what I'm getting myself into, right?
Well,
And then the second part of that, can I bring a friend?
Oh yeah,
'Cause
if you
my
can.
wife's gonna be 50 shades of fucked up if I'm up here by myself hanging out with fucking aliens and she's down there worrying about me.
Oh yeah.
When I get home, she's not gonna give a fuck that I'm safe. She's gonna be mad.
Whatever.
One, I didn't fucking call. Two, she didn't get to go. Three, that I'm bragging.
Yeah.
Even if there was a probing and I'm crying.
the-
Apparently she'd be real fucking upset that I gotta get probed and not
No.
her.
I don't. It's not that I want to get probed. It's that I'd be willing to be probed if I got to find out for sure aliens are real. Like see them with my own eyes, see the UFO.
the 50 Shades comment fits so perfectly because it's the great aliens that do the probing. 50 Shades
I'm
of Grey
saying.
Aliens.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make that a
Mm-mm.
T-shirt.
Ew.
50 Shades of Grey Aliens, and then the back will be like Team Probe.
You gotta have an alien holding its finger up.
Oh yeah.
On mine, my shirt can have a tramp stamp at the bottom. It says no probe zone and an arrow.
Yes. Okay, but so then if the alien told you no probing, but we want to run tests on you, like a physical, and take your blood pressure, maybe samples of your
Is there
blood.
running involved?
Oh god.
Probably.
Ah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You know, how long do I have to do it?
I haven't been to a doctor in so long. I don't care who does my blood pressure at this point. I'm so scared. I just want answers.
Go to Walmart. They have those little cups.
Theirs is broken.
Oh no.
Yeah.
If I was closer, I'd take it for you.
I tried it one time when I was like in the middle of an anxiety attack, and it said that I had extremely high blood pressure, and I was like, I should be in the hospital. But I was like, no, I'm actually not that bad. I don't think.
Yeah.
But it sticks in my mind.
They
Holy
used to
cow.
tell me that shit all the time. Don't worry about. Well, come to think of it, I did work there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was probably pretty accurate, dude. You should have gone to the fucking ER.
Yeah.
But every time I do, they're like, "Oh no, you're fine. You're normal. Like just chill."
You calm down because you get to the ER and you're like, finally I'm here. I'm gonna be good. Anyways, yeah, no, I'm thinking no if there's a lot of physical labor.
Really?
If they want to study my mind, absolutely, dude. I got a fucking phenomenal mind, but my physique, ew.
They take a look in there and it's all dick jokes and pizza recipes.
I got more than pizza recipes, asshole. And dick jokes. I got fart jokes.
I'm on that part too. I would be okay with them studying my mind, but I ain't doing no physical shit.
See that? Okay, let me correct myself. Because are you gonna pay me?
That's a good point.
Because I might do some physical labor out there.
They probably wouldn't, no.
Then I'm probably back out. But if they can conjure up some good money, especially I'm gonna have to fucking miss work. I'm gonna have to use a PTO day. I got bills, babe. Like,
Imagine if they give you space currency. You could just place orders for like space stuff. I'd do that.
and if they fucking lie to me and tell me I'm getting paid for it, like jury duty, and I get a fucking $8 check in the mail, I'm gonna get litty titty. I'm gonna find those aliens. You will see the most determined human being to ever exist to build a fucking rocket ship and find these guys. I will become, I don't know, the Stephen Hawking, the Albert Einstein. I don't know very many scientists' names, but I will fucking find a way to track down those alien fucks and get my money.
But how without any money? They didn't pay you. You can't build a rocket ship. This conversation did not go anywhere where I thought it was going.
Were you trying to get everyone just to say they wanted probed or what?
No.
I don't.
No, I wasn't. I didn't even know that I wanted, or I was.
Yeah, he told you fucking knew it.
I didn't even know that I was okay being probed until this conversation.
Now all of a sudden we're back
Look.
to okay.
Look, I didn't even come into this episode wanting to talk about probing at all. We're just here.
I don't know if I can believe you. Out of nowhere, you're like, hey guys, if an alien showed up
So
and was
probing.
like, hey, get on the ship, probing, no probing. What's your choice? That's what you said.
I'm really an alien. The real Monica's on a UFO, and I'm like, hey.
I'm still saying no to the probe. I don't give a fuck who you are. My wife, an alien, doesn't matter. Nobody.
That's why you sounded robotic earlier.
That's probably it. If you're telling me you're an alien right now,
No. Okay, moving on. I had some other news I wanted to talk about. Do you remember what it was? I said when we do the episode, I have to talk about this. Fuck, that's gonna bug me. It was something spooky that happened. Was it here?
I honestly don't recall.
But it was something weird downstairs, I think, on like Halloween. All I know is I don't know if it's because we took some time off from recording our podcast or if it's because Halloween has finally come and gone and so like the veil has closed, you know? But I was starting to feel like ghosts were all around. You know what I mean? Like I felt watched and I'd see like shadows out of the corner of my eyes. And ever since like 2 days after Halloween, I'm fine. Nothing weird in the house.
Yeah, that was absolutely the veil.
Did you guys feel that way too?
I'm trying to think if I did or not.
No, I honestly didn't feel watched. You would have absolutely known.
I know I was feeling like heavy, like the energy was just like super heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But oh, yes, I think I actually did see a shadow. I was sitting in the living room. I was looking down the hallway and so like you know how it looks when Papa walks out of his room and like you see like his shadow.
Yeah,
So it was kind of like that, except there was no Papa in sight.
that's freaky.
It was just shadow. And then when I like tried focusing my eyes because I wasn't wearing my glasses because I never do 'cause I'm dumb. Um,
Wear your glasses, kids.
yeah, please do. But there was just like nothing there. But I absolutely saw this like human shaped shadow figure. I think it might have been on the first.
Yeah, that's creepy. We definitely had some spooky stuff happening around here, but I don't remember what it was. We've lived in a lot of haunted houses, so we kind of just ignore things and like blame it on the cats, even if they're like in our laps.
Valid.
That's gonna drive me nuts that I don't remember what it was. It was like something fell or
Yeah, something like that happened here too, like thinking about it now. So on the big freezer in the kitchen, how like Nana has a bunch of stuff stacked on top, it has basically like like nothing's ever really fallen off of there before. I don't know how, but it
yeah.
just never has. But a few nights ago, so much shit fell off. And then like she has her roast pan up there
Mm-hmm.
and that just somehow fell. And then I guess she put it back up because it happened really early in the morning. And then later that day, I went into the kitchen and it was on the floor again. And I was just like, hey, Nana, this was on the floor. I picked it up for you. And she was like, that's the second fucking time that's happened today. And I was just like, okay, weird. And then later that night, her cereal fell off from up there. And I was like, okay, what the fuck's happening? But nothing's fallen since.
The ghost was just really hungry.
No, Poppy's just walking by all this shit
Right.
saying, fuck that.
Like a
Knocking it
cat.
off the shelf and walking back into his bedroom. Walks in the kitchen. He's like, fuck that bowl, Robin. Bop.
He was trying to blame my cat.
Well, yeah, he didn't want to get fucking caught. He was like, no, not me. It was the fucking cat. No, nothing's really happened over here. Everything's been pretty cool, chill.
No, like I said, I definitely remember something happening, and we said we'll talk about that on the pod. But it's been 2 weeks since we
That's why you're
recorded.
supposed to take notes.
I know, and I don't think I did.
Maybe the aliens swiped your memories.
Mm. Next time, get the agreement in writing.
Yep.
She doesn't remember because she is the friggin' alien, remember?
Yeah.
That's why you don't remember.
She's like, I remember Monica wanted to remember. I wanted to remember something.
She's like your wife, lady, right? She's a lady.
A human.
What's her name? A lady human? Lady human wife lady. She remembered you wanted to talk about something. I mean, me.
Okay, well, let's get into our story. In North America, nestled right at the Canadian and US borders, there is a collection of 5 freshwater lakes.
Can you name them, Nova?
She's Googling.
No. I can't think right now.
She's like, fuck, I didn't think of Google. I was asking Jeeves.
Okay, there's Huron.
Like Huron?
Huron? Are you sure?
No.
I'm rolling with Huron. Now I don't know. Let me look it up.
I
Hold
think it's
on.
heron, because there's that one road down from our house called Blue Heron. Heron?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. Ignore me. I'm dumb.
Google says Huron.
Here on what?
So there's Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, and the one we're talking about today, Lake Superior.
Sounds like the Superior Lake, anyways.
Yeah, it is. Originally, this lake was named Gichigami by the Ojibwe, which translate to the Great Sea. Then eventually, it got the name Lake Superior from the British in the 1760s because it was superior in size to all the other lakes in North America.
That they knew of. Might still be accurate. I don't know.
You just said it sounds like the Superior Lake, and I was telling you you're right.
Well, I know I'm right. I'm always right. Just how am I right?
With 2,903 cubic miles of water and a surface area of 31,700 square miles, Lake Superior should be in a different category from most lakes. This lake alone holds 10% of Earth's fresh water. A scary fun fact, I put face, a scary fun face. A scary fun fact for you is that if you took all of the water out of Lake Superior, you would have enough water to cover all of North and South America in a foot of water. Isn't that insane?
That's fucking crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I can't lie, I did not verify that fact, but
Well, yeah, you haven't left home. You obviously didn't go drain the lakes.
Yeah,
What the
see?
fuck in Americas?
you're not wrong.
Anyways, can you do that with Crater Lake? I'm pretty sure there's that much water in that too. The volcano,
I don't know if there's that much. We don't even know how deep it is yet, do we?
at least 50 feet.
At least. Lake Superior's max depth is 1,333 feet.
Damn.
For some context, the Eiffel Tower is 1,024 feet tall, and the Empire State Building is 1,250 feet.
That's so wild.
That is pretty fucking crazy. How deep is it in comparison to the Mariana Trench?
I didn't think to look that up. I'll Google it right now. Hold on. No dead air talk, honey.
So right now, my wife's Googling how deep Lake Superior is in contrast to Crater Lake. And what about that one?
Wait,
Mariana Trench.
how do I spell it? Because Mariana's Trench is a pop band, and that's not what I'm looking
Oh,
for.
I thought you were pulling up Marinara. That'd have been cooler.
Hmm.
I don't know, dude. I'm dyslexic and dumb.
The maximum known depth is 10,984 meters. So the trench is much deeper. That's scary. But Lake Superior's massive size helps to create sort of its own climate. Because it's so wide and deep, it takes a lot to change its temperature at all, and it typically only sees changes of about 20 degrees. Unsurprisingly, it is very cold year-round, the lake water. So cold that anyone who passes away in the lake doesn't really decompose. Instead, the frigid temperatures of the water preserve the body because the bacteria can't grow, which also means bodies don't get the chance to swell with gases and float to the surface.
That's so crazy.
Lake Superior is also surrounded by hills and mountains, which of course hold in moisture, resulting in a fog being a very common occurrence. Just the size of this lake terrifies me. Go look up pictures of it. It looks like an ocean. And it's always so cold and gloomy. Somebody could show me a picture of it and say that it's the Oregon coast, and I would believe them. Like, that's how it looks. Look it up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That does look like it.
Doesn't it?
That's crazy.
At first, when I Googled it and was looking at pictures, I was like, okay, there's obviously, I just typed in something wrong. This is the Oregon coast.
It's even got waves and shit.
Yeah, it's so vast. But Lake Superior is also no stranger to intense storms. People often question if a lake this size could be prone to tsunamis, but tsunamis are caused by earthquakes. And luckily, the area where the Great Lakes are is not prone to earthquakes at all. So that's good, but they can experience this thing called Mateo tsunamis. And I'm sorry if I'm not saying that the way that is supposed to be said. I watched so many videos and every single person pronounced it a different way. Mateo, Meteo.
But we like Mateo.
Yeah, I like Mateo. But Mateo tsunamis can do similar damage. Obviously not nearly as intense, but similar in the flooding and the wind taking everything out. It's crazy, especially for a lake. Mateo tsunamis are giant waves that are caused by changes in atmospheric pressure. These waves can almost fully consume an entire beach in a matter of minutes, It's pretty scary to see. You can also see videos of that on YouTube if you look. I couldn't find numbers for just Lake Superior, but the Great Lakes as a whole experience about 100 Mateo tsunamis a year.
Mateo.
I think I wanted to say Meteo, but now that feels wrong in my mouth. So,
Oh yeah, because Meteo.
yeah.
Spaghetti-O and medio balls.
Yeah. But yeah, more than 100 a year. Isn't that crazy?
That's so crazy.
Significant.
Even if you split them up like to each lake, that's still
Like 11 too many.
I'm too tired to do math. It's still a lot. The Great Lakes also experience seiche waves, which is basically where all of the water gets sucked into one part of the lake and then the wind pushes it out really fast. Lake Superior is also known for experiencing giant waves in general. The largest ever recorded reached a height of 28.8 feet. The average height of a two-story house in the US is between 20 and 25 feet. So just imagine a two-story house getting completely engulfed in a wave, and the wave still being a few feet taller than the house.
At a lake.
At a lake.
That's crazy.
Imagine Lake Day. You're just fucking chilling, and then you see a 2 foot fucking, or 2 foot, yeah,
Even 2 foot scary.
2-story fucking wave just coming at you. Like, I'm not at the fucking ocean, dude. You need
Yeah.
to settle your ass down,
Yeah,
Lake.
for real.
Yeah.
You're out of pocket for that one. Sit down.
And like,
I don't think that talk would go well.
Mm.
I don't. But I mean, the fuck?
yeah, I couldn't imagine. And because like I said, the lake kind of has its own climate because of how big it is. It's not like from my understanding, it could be like a beautiful lake day at your house and you drive to the lake and it can be nice for a few minutes, then all of a sudden, giant waves coming at you.
No, thank you.
It boggles my mind. Now, here's the bone-chilling statistic I saw that made me want to cover this lake. There has been an estimated 550 shipwrecks in Lake Superior alone. Shipwrecks, 550 in a lake.
That's so wild.
Isn't it? Like my brain cannot comprehend that. I'm used to lakes where my husband is like, "You think I can swim across that?" Because you can see the shore. There's no way you're getting a cargo ship in there. Oh my gosh.
And for those who are curious, no, she's never ever once thought, yes, you could do that.
Whatever. Anyway, there's even a stretch of shoreline between Grand Marais, Michigan, and Whitefish Point, known as the Graveyard of Great Lakes. This southern shore area has claimed more ships than any other area in Lake Superior. So let's talk about some of the wrecks. First, we have the wreckage of SS Cyprus. She was a 420-foot freighter that was out on her second ever voyage when she met her demise. She was carrying iron ore and 23 crew members when she encountered a storm. At 7:45 p.m. on October 11th, 1907, she went under. When she capsized, 3 people were able to get to a raft, and by 2 a.m., they were 300 feet away from shore when a wave came in and flipped the raft, leaving 1 survivor and drowning the rest.
That's so sad.
That's pretty fucked up, but kind of sounds like destiny.
What?
The ship was like, you're not fucking getting out of this.
Oh, kind of, huh? I wouldn't say destiny, but like maybe a
Fate?
curse?
Not fate. Something like that. Like, you know how they say the fucking captain's supposed to go down with the ship, and so is the crew, whatever, that all fucking pirate shit.
If I remember right, one of them was the captain.
See?
I think it was the second mate that survived. But I see what you're saying. It's kind of like
Like,
What?
you can't change your
No.
fate. You can't change the
Like- Final Destination.
Yeah, that type shit.
To this day, it's unclear what caused the SS Cyprus to capsize, as it was said then that the storm she faced was, quote, nothing she couldn't handle. But isn't that heartbreaking for one? Like, they made it to the raft, 3 of them out of 23, and they were that close. 300 feet, that has to be close enough to seashore. And at 2 a.m., the middle of the night, it's dark, it's quiet, you're scared and cold, but you're probably thinking, like, thank God it's almost over. And then in this lake, a giant wave comes over and flips you out of the raft. Like, what the heck?
That's so sad.
Yeah. But the shipwrecks do not end there. Next, we're going to talk about 2 French warships called Inkerman and Sarasols. They disappeared during their maiden voyage when they encountered a storm on November 24th, 1918, and have never been seen since.
Okay, I got a quick question because I'm dumb.
Hmm.
What is maiden voyage in comparison to just voyage?
Maiden voyage is their first ever.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm kind of glad you asked that question because I didn't write it down, but I did think it was weird that the last ship, the SS Cyprus, it was her second ever. And these two ships, it was their first ever voyage. That's weird.
For real.
I mean, you got the Titanic, the unsinkable ship.
Yeah.
It's maiden voyage.
Mm-hmm. It's true. These two warships combined had 78 crew members that disappeared with them, making this the deadliest loss of life that Lake Superior has ever seen. And like I said, those ships were never found.
That's so sad.
Next up, we have the aptly named Bermuda. The Bermuda is a wooden canal schooner. The Bermuda's final day floating on her own was October 9th, 1870. But in October of 1883, an attempt was made to pull her out of the water. She was able to be moved a bit, but the chains used to lift her slipped off and she once again sank, this time in shallow water. To this day, she is very intact and only covered in about 12 to 30 feet of water, depending on the time of year, making her a very popular destination for scuba divers.
It's like that ship we saw over in the Oregon coast.
Kinda, yeah, but more water.
Well, that shit used to be hella underwater too. That's why it has all the algae, right? All the algae and all that stuff growing all over it. Like, just the water's gone back
Yeah,
over the years.
kind of like that. But you can actually find a lot of underwater footage on YouTube of divers that went and explored her. It's pretty cool to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Back in the day, we used to have a VR headset, and I'm pretty sure that was one of the videos we watched was somebody scuba diving around that ship.
It was.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Next up is the Mayflower. The Mayflower was also a wooden ship. She was carrying cargo on June 2nd, 1891. It was a beautiful, calm day. But somehow her cargo shifted, which caused her to capsize. 3 crew members were saved, but her captain went down with her. So at least we had more survivors with that shipwreck, but it's still sad that her captain went down with her.
For real though.
But that is weird. There's a bit of a like a theme of captains going down with their ships in Lake Superior.
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, the most infamous of all the shipwrecks, we have the SS Edmund Fitzgerald. This was a massive ship, and she holds the title as the largest to ever sink in the area. She was 730 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 39 feet tall.
That's a big ship.
Isn't it? She's known as the last ship to sink in Superior, but that's not why she's the most well known. She set out on November 9th, 1975.
Oh, dang, dude. That's why.
Why?
November 9th, the most famous fucking day.
Oh, speaking of, I forgot I wanted to start our episode with that. Sorry. During our
Let's do it
break,
now.
our dear Cash, if you saw our Instagram, you already know, or if you follow our Instagram, Cash celebrated his birthday.
Turned 50.
Woohoo! So let's take a minute and say a silent happy birthday because he hates when people sing it to him, apparently.
Apparently, you know me a fucking almost a decade, dude. You know that.
You should have seen this man panic at the Dutch Bros line when he got his free coffee and they started trying to sing to him.
I'm so glad none of them have tried singing to me.
It would have been nice if they fucking handed it to me, then started singing, because I could have just driven off. But they wanted to sing and then ask me what I was doing with my day.
And then he was so panicked that it seemed like he hurt the girl's feelings. It was sad.
Oh,
But happy birthday, Cash.
happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you. I was not panicked. I just do not like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I didn't panic.
Okay, back to the story.
I panicked at fucking Coca-Cola World, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was a panic. So we were in Coca-Cola, the giant place in Las Vegas, and I'm always on the hunt for glass Coca-Cola bottles for my grandpa. And we found some really cute, like Christmassy ones. No, we didn't even get the Christmassy ones, did we?
No, they were pretty fucking plain. I mean,
Yeah.
they're pretty dope.
They're
But they were
yeah.
plain. They weren't like extra fancy. And
We-
I know I'm dyslexic, but I read that fucking sign.
No, I agree. And we grabbed like a 6-pack and took it up to the front, waited like 45 minutes in the line. When we finally get up front,
Hold on. Now, when I saw that price on the fucking shelf, I thought that was pretty pricey for a 6-pack of Coke. Because it said it was like $36.
yeah, but it said 6 for 36 or something.
Yeah. 6 for 36.
Yeah.
So I thought, 6-pack for 36 or something. No, apparently they're talking about the fucking sleeves or something because that bitch was over $75.
Yeah.
A 6-pack of
damn.
soda that he told me I couldn't even drink.
I feel like it was even more than that. Wasn't it like 125?
It was something fucking outrageous. I heard something over $40 and I said, yeah, I forgot something. You
Yeah.
got me fucked up. I need to go find some more money for this bullshit. What?
I wish you said it like that. He was getting ready to check out and he went, I forgot something in the car. And I was like, what'd you forget? You have your wallet. And he's like, no, I just follow me. Come on. And then we had to tell we had my brother and my cousin with us, and we had to tell them, like, okay, come on, I guess we forgot something in the car. And on our way out, the cashier was like,
He was like, do I hold this? And I'm like, I don't know, I forgot.
I'll be
I didn't even say I was coming back.
No, you stopped it. I'll be.
I went to say I'll be back, and then I knew better. I wasn't gonna lie to the poor fella. I was like, I'll be fucked up. I'm not paying fucking $182,000 for 6 Cokes you can't even drink.
So weird.
Were they the first ones ever fucking brewed? I don't know. I panicked.
I had no
I thought I
idea.
was getting into a fucking history, like I was in a museum trying to bid on the artifacts. It was crazy.
We've seen artifacts in museums for sale cheaper than that.
Every museum. Not that one.
That's so
Fuck that place.
crazy.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Coke World, you're cool and shit, but that was way too much money for my budget.
Yeah, I don't recommend buying the glass bottles. But
Shit,
yeah,
fucking outrageous.
it was holy cow. And I had no idea what was going on. I didn't see the price. So when he was freaking out, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm
Like,
not
is
gonna
somebody
lie,
here?
I didn't know what was going on. It caught me off guard. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah. I thought we'd get in the parking lot and he'd be like, so my worst enemy was in there or something. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, no, because typically, 99.9999 every time, but that one time, if I go into a store, and Monica can attest to this, if I go into a store and something's priced wrong and I go to pay for it, either one, I'm like, fuck it, I'll pay for it. Or if it's wrong and I'm like, nah, that needs fixed, I'll call them over and I'll be like, nah, fuck that was priced wrong. I do it respectfully
Yeah.
and politely, but like, hey, just let you know, if it's really, this X price, I don't want it. And I'm perfectly fine going, oh, never mind. Sometimes, I'm a little goofy about it and they'll tell me the price. I'm like, fuck that. Hell no, put that back. Never mind. So I'll just get cut that. Something, usually I have something and it's not a problem. But that time I was like, and I didn't know what the fuck to do. I just knew that I could not be there.
Holy cow.
She was the only one fucking not knowing what was going on. I thought I ran into my mortal enemy too. I still want to know why it's so goddamn expensive.
Yeah, I don't know. But speaking of mortal enemies, ships in Lake Superior, they clash.
Do they now?
Oh God.
So, the SS Edmund Fitzgerald set out on November 9th, 1975, with a travel buddy, the SS Arthur M. Anderson, which was another freighter.
Now, back then, when they deployed these fucking ships, did they say, hey, take your travel buddy?
I don't know.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. I think it's, it would be a smart thing for them to implement. Travel buddies,
Everybody got your thunder buddy? All right, now take your travel buddy. You got to get, you can't leave without that boat. Jonathan, get back here and get your travel buddy boat over here.
But on November 10th, the ships ran into a terrifying storm with what was said to be hurricane force winds and giant waves. SS Edmund Fitzgerald was near Whitefish Point when she went down, but it wasn't a simple sinking either. She was so beat up by the storm that she split in two like the Titanic before sinking.
God damn.
Yeah. The two halves are roughly 170 feet apart from each other, and SS Edmund Fitzgerald will never be whole again. One thing that's weird, though, there was a scary storm happening, but no distress signals were ever sent by the ship.
That's weird.
Isn't it? In fact, the last communication sent by the captain was, quote, "We are holding our own." And the travel buddy that she was with was fine and didn't sink.
Suspicious.
The travel buddy ship was actually asked to turn around after the shipwreck and go look for survivors. That's how, fine that ship was.
That's so crazy.
Isn't it? I don't understand. I don't know. That's weird.
Is it still out looking now?
No, I'm getting to that.
That's weird how I presume what you're fucking getting to every time accidentally.
Because we share the brain cell. It's been crazy the past few days. Holy cow. It like literally we'd start singing the same lyric of a song at the same time, or we'd both make the same joke at the same time, or we'd both read a sign in a weird accent at the same time in the same accent.
Finish each other's sandwiches.
No, we didn't do that. You ate your own Subway sandwich. I ate my own Subway sandwich. Hey, Subway. A pretty extensive search for survivors did happen over several days, including a number of other ships, a helicopter, the Coast Guard.
Didn't you say this shit happened in like 1910?
Yeah.
They had fucking helicopters back then?
Yeah. Isn't that weird? I thought it was weird.
That is so weird.
Nova, Google. When was the helicopter invented?
But
Well, it's 1975, but that still seems so early for helicopters. But that was like
I thought
during.
you said this was 1910.
No.
Oh, this was 1975?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, they had helicopters.
Oh, it still seemed really early to me, but that was like during Nam, wasn't it? And we had helicopters for that.
Yeah, this is
yeah, the
maybe.
first successful one was September 14th, 1939.
Oh, wow.
I legitimately thought you said it was 1910, so that was the last boat that sank.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
wait, but
probably.
there's other ones. There's this other one that says in 1841, another inventor named Henry Gifford built the world's first powered helicopter.
What?
Yeah, but then we're gonna get back to Leonardo da Vinci inventing the first actual helicopter, and that's not, yeah.
I can't
No.
hear his name anymore without thinking about that episode of, is it Family Guy? Where they like accidentally go through this portal.
Futurama.
Oh, Futurama.
Mm,
And
And
well,
dumb.
not that part, but when they go to Da Vinci World and everybody is like a Da Vinci, but Da Vinci himself was like the dumbest person there.
That's what I'm
why,
saying.
yeah, but that's why he came to our land so that he was the smartest. But it's so weird. But the world there, I picture that every time I hear his name. But so there was a helicopter, the Coast Guard, and a handful of other types of aircraft that all assisted in the search. And tragically, the SS Edmund Fitzgerald took her 9 crew members with her, and their bodies have never been found.
That's so sad.
But the search teams did find the ship and debris such as rafts and lifeboats.
See, so they didn't flee, so they were holding their own. They took off.
But if the bodies can't get the bacteria that causes them to float, they're just like rocks that sink to the bottom. How could they find this shipwreck and not a single one of the passengers?
That's what I'm saying. They took off.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't understand. But then all of the boats and stuff were accounted for. Well, I didn't see for sure that all of the boats are, but they found lifeboats and stuff.
do you think if and when they find all the bodies, they'll still be like perfectly intact?
Yeah, maybe.
They called the homie. They were like, "Hey, Pete, you got a fucking a sea liner. I don't know, boats. You got something out there that'll fucking go ahead."
See, maybe. But their homie was the travel buddy ship.
No. That was the person that they were assigned. So let's say, some people were trying to have some fun out there. And they're like, fuck it, we're going to go have some fun on this boat. We got some good merchandise on here. And they're like, no. This little fucking tugboat is going to follow you to make sure that shit gets to port where it's supposed to be. And they said, nah, fuck that. I got this buddy. Hey, Carlito.
Carlito.
I don't know what the first guy's name was, so I came up with this now. He's like, hey, Carlito, bring your tugboat. We're going to, Sasuke, we're going to get some of this shit out of here. And they dipped. 9 people. That's not that many people.
29.
Oh, I thought you said 9.
No.
29?
Yeah. But yeah, how weird is that? Especially the part that gets me the most is they found debris. Not just the ship, they found debris, the lifeboats and rafts and like not a single body. And it just gets weirder.
What was that ship called?
The SS Edmund Fitzgerald.
I was hoping this was still the Bermuda.
No. Besides the mysterious circumstances, the shipwreck is also well known because a Canadian singer named Gordon Lightfoot wrote a song called The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald in 1976. It was this song that brought us the famous saying, "The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead."
Who's fucking saying is that?
It's apparently a very popular one. I didn't know very much about the Great Lakes before looking into this, besides that Lake Superior is terrifying, but apparently it's super popular. I'm going to take a minute. I'll have to cut this because copyrights and all that, but I want us to listen to that song. So I didn't listen to it without you, or I didn't listen to it before listening to it with you guys right now. but I kind of like it. It's kind of like it has like a spooky, almost Irish pub vibe to it, huh?
Something like that.
Mhm.
It feels like the type of song you listen to when it's raining and you like look out the window, during car rides.
When you're forlorning.
Yeah. It's a pretty good song, so I definitely recommend looking it up. I'm sorry I can't play it for you. And again, that is The Wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot. Some good did come from the sinking, though, as it led to a lot of regulations being put into place to prevent similar situations. And like I said, she was the last ship to sink in Lake Superior, so obviously the regulations really helped.
Good.
Yeah. But there are several ghost stories surrounding the SS Edmund Fitzgerald. The most terrifying one to me is that allegedly the SS Arthur M. Anderson, the ship that was on voyage with the Edmund Fitzgerald when she capsized,
The babysitter.
yeah, the travel buddy, she was out on the lake in November 2007, the same month that the Fitzgerald went down, when the SS Arthur M. Anderson received a radio distress call from a ship claiming to be the Fitzgerald. At first, the crew members chalked it up to somebody trying to pull a prank. But there were no ships within the range that was on the radio, so they didn't know how it could be coming through. The distress call was said to actually say that they were, quote, having a hard time holding their own. And we know the last recorded communication was the captain saying that they were holding their own.
That's wild.
Isn't it?
It's that fucking guy that made the song. He's fucking with them.
On an invisible boat.
Yeah, he's got a drone. It was 2007.
But did the captain get back on the radio like, hey, I know what I said before, but now we're struggling to hold our own. I take back what I said.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, hold on, this thing's fucked up, dude. I need help out here.
Yeah.
Where is my babysitter?
We are not holding our own. Where are you?
I need an adult. I need an adult now. So, you made me watch that show that one time, but this reminds me of that show Manifest.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where they got the idea.
Maybe. The man on the radio also mentioned a raging storm, which obviously there was one when the Fitzgerald went down. But in 2007, when the call was heard, there was no storm. There were just calm waters.
It's so weird to think about whatever fucking force there was that prevented that last call from going out and then makes it come out that much later.
Right?
The guy had agreed to be abducted, but not probed.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't even think about an alien abduction.
It's weird. What kind of podcast are we if you don't think about an alien abduction?
Well, my brain went other places with it.
It's giving Bermuda Triangle weirdness.
See, that's where my brain went with it.
That's why I was hoping that it was still the Bermuda. But no, dude, alien abductions. They take them for a little while, and then after they're done, they're like, here, fucking right back where we took you from. But there's no explanation of what happens to the people during their absence. Like, we just know they're gone. And all the shit that they had, like, that shit disappeared sometimes. Maybe it's broken because they just took the fucking people real fast.
So, where my brain went with it, do you think it could be a residual haunting where it's like the captain tried to send out this message and for whatever reason it just didn't get through? Or do you think the distress call never made it because there's some weird time travel, Bermuda Triangle stuff happening, like Nova said, and it got lost through the decades and finally made its appearance 32 years later?
I think so.
I already said it could be aliens, dude.
Yeah, I know you said that. I don't know what I believe now. Is it aliens? Is it
Bermuda?
Or what if it's both? What if it's like they were abducted by aliens and they're still up there and they're trying to send out a distress signal now? Or they're like in a weird alien coma trying to send like they're still reliving the shipwreck. But this is getting we're getting out there now.
But yeah, we're writing the plot to a new TV series.
Uh-huh.
So what I'm thinking, maybe it is the ghost stuff, because they say that ghosts communicate by radioactivity
Mm-hmm.
and all those different types of communication wavelengths. So maybe it is them trying to reach out and say, hey, like, we know you guys got my fucking ship. We died.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Like, hey, like maybe it is the ghost energy, and that's the only thing he can say. That's the last thing he said, and that's what he's trying to send off.
Like he's trying to change what happened and saying what he wishes he said instead.
No, no, no. Like saying, hey, you guys didn't hear this, but like we need
Mm,
help. Like he's just resending the stuff that didn't go through, the communication that was never reached,
that makes
to
sense.
give it an like, maybe like an explanation.
Maybe something took control of that last call that was sent out when he was like, yeah, everything's fine. And then his ghost is trying to send out the real signal where he's saying everything's not fine, we need help.
Oh. Like something changed
Yeah.
what he was trying to say. Like he was trying to ask for help and something controlled the radio waves and was like, no, we're good. And that's why the
Mm-hmm.
messages are so similar. Ooh, that's spooky too.
That give me chills.
Yeah. I don't like any of the options. They're all weird.
Yeah.
Also, how is it, like I said before, that they were able to find the wreck and even find debris from the wreck, but not find a single body out of almost 30 people that were on board?
Again, they either got away and they're in good hiding, or the aliens siphoned up the people and not the boat, and that's the reason the boat crashed and is destroyed. There's no people to man it anymore.
Oh, and that's why the other boat was okay.
What if there's some sort of like monster in the lake and it ate them?
I don't think they had monsters back then. I think
Just
monster was invented in like 2003.
they had helicopters, but not monsters, be real. They didn't.
Monster Energy was founded April 2002. That's fucking weird. I was a year off.
That is weird. But you could say they didn't find bodies because of the cold water or the current. But on December 7th, 1927, a freighter named the SS Kamloops also disappeared during a bad storm. An intensive search was done, and a few months later, in May, the bodies of several crew members were found. The wreckage was also found. And then in June, more bodies were found, bringing the total of bodies to 9. 9 people that they found. But even if we don't count the bodies that washed ashore, there was one body who is now known as Old Whitey because he was never able to be identified, who to this day sits inside the shipwreck. It's morbid as hell, but divers go and take pictures of him. Some people even said it's a rite of passage in the area to go and shake his hand. His body is
Ugh.
incredibly preserved. Yeah, isn't that disgusting? Going in the water, first of all, terrifying. To shake a dead body's hand, ew.
Ugh. No one would ever catch me doing that. I'm sorry.
No, I don't get it. But his body is incredibly preserved, and he's this weird white color because of how cold the water is. So people go and take pictures of him, and he shows up really, really well because he's so bright and the water is dark. Because so many people take pictures of him, you can look up pictures, and there's a lot out there. But it's definitely weird seeing him. But because he's down there, I don't remember the exact reason why, but basically the place was declared as like a burial site, like a cemetery. And so they leave all the bodies there. Like, I don't remember if there's other bodies in there with him, but they for sure leave Whitey there because it's like the tribute, like the monument. What's the word? Like a memorial.
Yeah,
Yeah. So they, whoever's in charge in their eyes, it's respectful to leave him down there.
it's a tribute to him.
Yeah.
So you said that this guy is down there from a different wreck the same day?
No,
No.
this was a different ship in 1927.
Oh, I thought it was a same different ship, same wreck,
No,
like same day.
no,
Okay.
several decades before. But I was making the comparison that in this shipwreck, a body was still in the ship. And so it's just blows my mind that not a single body was found.
No, I know what you were doing. I was trying to clarify because I mean, if it was the same day, like same storm that took out ships that were unrelated, that could explain those distress signals too.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the guy's like, "Hey, stop fucking with me. You guys keep coming down here, shaking me. How about you fucking put me to rest?" So here, let me keep sending out this distress signal for these people you're looking for until you come do something about this. But that's probably not it.
No. But I know that is crazy to me. Obviously, I'm scared of water and I can't swim. But if I were in a shipwreck like that, just so everybody knows, I would like to be pulled out.
Yes, ditto.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be fucking left in water. If that's what just killed me, whatever kills me, get me the fuck away from it. I'm mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my philosophy, I suppose.
Yeah. It's wild to me that he's still down there and that people will just go and touch him and oh my gosh. But not even taking into account the fact that people are swimming in this lake and it's just filled with dead bodies.
For
At least 28 dead bodies that nobody has found. 29 if you count Old Whitey.
And you know, people swimming in there sometimes accidentally swallow water.
Mm-hmm.
Just drinking dead body juice.
Exactly.
They're just like human soup at
And
this
to be
point.
fair, I'm sure there's multiple dead bodies in every lake.
Fair.
That's probably true. But it's still so gross to me. It's like drinking somebody's leftover bath water because it's not even warm anymore.
Yeah. So you remember what I've told you, I don't know, the last 8 fucking years?
You don't take baths.
Sitting in your ass water, that as well. But I also don't swim in lakes.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
like to swim in pools. Like if I swim, it's gonna be the ocean, it's gonna be in a river, somewhere where there's moving water. Believe me, I get your guys' concern.
Cold human soup.
Cold human. Oh, gazpacho?
The gazpacho?
Isn't that the cold soup?
I don't remember.
Well, maybe.
No. Aside from all of that and all of our terrifying theories that are going to give me nightmares tonight, there was also a very recent ship incident. Not a shipwreck, because like I said, there have been none since the SS Edmund Fitzgerald, but a ship incident. This happened just a few months ago on June 8th. A ship named the Michipicetin, that sounds half right, we're going to roll with it, was sailing on Lake Superior when it was said by the people on board that it felt like she struck something, which somehow resulted in a 13-foot gash.
Was it one of those 29 people trying to slow the boat? Like, get one of us.
Ew.
Old
Oh,
Whitey trying to get out.
that's another theory. What if it's all the crazy shipwrecks and stuff? Is people trying to
Get the fuck out of the lake.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Or it could be a monster, like I was saying.
Mm-hmm. It's now being said that the gash is due to the structural integrity being compromised or defective.
It's compromised by the fucking ghosts in the water trying to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There are a ton of theories around what actually happened, though, because not a lot of people seem to be buying the whole structural integrity thing. One of which is that it was caused by the Mishipeshu, which is an underwater cryptid said to look like a lynx that lives in Lake Superior.
Hey.
But that is where we will end this episode
What?
and check in next week to discuss Mishu Peshu. She got so excited. Now I feel bad.
Hold on. So you're telling me there's a kitty cat doing all this?
There might be the claws, the teeth, an underwater cat. Our cat just scratched me while recording. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
I've been playing this
An
game
underwater
called Cattails, and there's this bad kitty, and he can grow tentacles.
No.
So I buy it.
See? I don't know. I'm keeping an open mind, and we will talk about it next week. But honestly, out of all of the ideas that we have come up with, I don't know which one is the least scary. I think I would rather it be a cryptid than ghosts, though.
Yeah, especially because ghosts that can damage a ship. Fuck no.
Yeah, exactly. But you know how sometimes it's said that when people die, if it's a tragic death, it can make their ghosts really, really angry and like they don't know what's going on. They're just angry and like, you know,
Sure.
yeah.
All the time, yeah.
What if it's like vengeful ghosts that are like, why am I down here? Like, you're gonna join me. And they, you know.
That's what I'm saying. They're just trying to get out. They're like, hey, give me some fucking attention. Get me the fuck out of here.
No, I don't mean trying to get out. I mean like,
they want more friends.
yeah.
Okay. No, I don't see that. They seem like they're pretty upset down there that they want out.
Okay. That's sad. But thank you for joining us. You can find us on social media. We have a TikTok and an Instagram. And I remembered to post on them today or yesterday. So
This week.
this week there has been a post. But we are Anxious at Bedtime on both platforms. If you or somebody you know has had an experience with anything, ghosts, monsters, Mishi Peshu.
Extraterrestrial.
Oh, please, I want to do a like true story episode on that.
Ditto.
I saw some shit shooting out of the sky at you and thought you were about to be taken over by aliens too, you know? Shout out.
Yeah. Especially on the morning of November 13th,
2024.
2024. Please let us know. But if you have any stories that you would like to have read on the pod, please email them to anxious@bedtimepodcast@gmail.com. Please like, rate, subscribe, repost, tell your friends about us,
Get us to 1 billion followers.
bully people into listening.
Do all the things.
7 billion if you can help it. The world can be a scary place with things like lakes. Your wife trying to convince you to be probed by aliens in the middle of the day. Very fucking terrifying. I'm definitely going to be anxious at bedtime now. Clenched up.
But you're probably fine.
I hope I am.
You're probably fine.
Sleep tight.